نعيشه احنا؟
يعني أنا مثلا احتكيت بشعوب آسيا، بنغال، الهنود، الباكستان، تعلمت منهم يعني استفدت فكرة الألوان كمان منهم.
Like he just wanted to see colors, but I didn't know it was from his travels. What inspired his art? What inspired him to start creating art after?
وجودي في عائلة فقيرة في المخيم كان يعني من أحد أسباب التعبير عن نفسي إني أرسم. كانت جدران المخيم هي المساحة اللي ممكن نعبر فيها عن نفسنا. بالإضافة إنه شكل المخيم، ألوان الناس، ملابسها، الأسواق، إحبال الغسيل، كانت كلها بتوحي إني يعني كلها بتشكل ذاكرتي وإني أعبر عن نفسي من خلالها.
Who is his audience when he creates these pieces? Like who is it? Is it Palestinian?
أنا بحب أرسم للناس البسطة اللي عمرهم ما راحوا على معارض وشافوا لوحات. برسم للناس اللي أنا بنتمي لطبقتهم.
Can you ask him like if he can explain what this piece means to have like all the U.S. presidents?
لوحة عملتها على تحت شعار لعبة السلم والحية، بتعبر عن أمريكا وزعمائها وبداية الاستعمار الأمريكي اللي بلش من خلال كولومبوس وبنتهي بقنبلة.
And why the Ku Klux Klan?
دول اللي هم اللي يعني بإجرامهم شكلوا أمريكا اللي هلا بنسمع كل يوم في ضحايا عندهم بسببهم. يعني توحي لي إنه هذول يعني المجموعة قمة العنصرية والكراهية وعدم قبول الآخر.
And this one?
هاي بتحكي عن وضعنا الحالي، إنه إحنا قابلين للانفجار. تشيكنز يعني الثورة، إنه بداية التحرر، ديك بيعبر عن بداية الصباح.
We are like
Waking up. So spiritual.
Yeah.
One of the questions we're asking Palestinian women is, do they feel like they have to prioritize the occupation over being a woman in Palestine? Like the disadvantage?
That was the argument we had when the Palestinian Authority arrived to Palestine, when they came from exile. What comes first, the social agenda or the political agenda? And we did a mistake. We made a mistake as women's movement. In the 90s, we focused on women issues, as if like the liberation is completed, and now it's time to take care of like the personal status law, the family law, and all that. So we focused on that, and I was part of this movement. But then later on, you discover that was a huge mistake that we made. You cannot separate the political from the social.
Yeah.
They're interconnected, whether you like it or you don't like it. And especially when it comes to Palestine, you cannot ignore the political. And more into what feminism means. Feminism is a political act. It's a way of life, but it's also a political decision that you make in order to work on and to understand the structure, to do the analysis of the power structures and how the women can have their place within that structure, etc. Ignoring this is very stupid.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think that's what created like the environment where the Palestinian women are living in right now? Like where?
No. I cannot say that because no, like the whole situation contributed to this.
No. But just what's affecting women?
What's affecting women?
Like we've talked to Palestinian women who are queer.
Okay.
Or lesbian.
You met with them.
Many. Some of them are marrying men because.
And the same applies to gays.
Yeah, but for women, that's a bit difficult because a lot of them are afraid of like honor killings. The idea that like Israelis can take a video of them and then use it against them, like now they are a spy or something because they know that if they exploit them, then they say, look to the Muslim world. Like, these are what the Palestinians are doing. So it's to reinforce a more very religious country, but at the same time saying that Palestinians are not progressive because of
They're
pinkwashing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the pinkwashing.
Yeah, it's the pinkwashing. You feel like Palestinians have to choose one or the other.
I think in certain situations we have to do that. But in general, it's not a matter of choice.
Yeah.
Because like if you want to deal with homosexuality as a social issue, it's political in Palestine. It's very, not only in Palestine, give me a break, in the US,
in the US,
it's very political.
for sure.
It's everywhere political, but yet when it comes to Palestine, it's a social, it's an identity issue, but you cannot ignore what they explain to you. The minute they're exposed, because the Israelis used homosexuality in the past, in what way? If they learn about somebody who's homosexual, what they try to do is to film them, and then they have to threaten either you become a collaborator or will expose you to the community. Of course, people would choose to collaborate. So for the resistance, homosexuality, because they don't even call it homosexuality, or it's nothing to do with identity. The way it's perceived in this culture, it's sickness. At least this is in the mentality. So it's a very good entry point for the occupation to penetrate the society. So when it's the issue of your own sexual identity, but you have to think of the occupation, and you have to think of the society, and so I don't think they're put in any situation like this in the world, but in Palestine. This takes me back again to the impact of the occupation. Occupation is not about the killing and imprisonment of Palestinians and the confiscation of lands. Back to what you raised of the mental health. Where
Occupation of the mind.
yeah, like they're getting into every aspect. So as women, as women activists, as movement, or as individuals, you cannot ignore the presence of the occupation and everything, every decision that you make. And sometimes you make decisions unconsciously, so you're not thinking about it, but later on when you think about those decisions, you just find the occupation there, that you cannot do this because of that. When we decided to get married, the first question was, how are we gonna live together? There was no way. I don't want to be in Jordan, and it's not my country, and I don't have anything to do with Jordan, and I want to continue working here. He's Palestinian, he has the right of return, but there is no way to grant him this. So even with this very basic decision that you're getting married and you want to start a family or a partnership or whatever, but then you have to think of this and that.
How does it feel for him to now be previously a Jordanian refugee as a Palestinian to now be here in Palestine?
يعني أنا رجعت على فلسطين هلا يعني عودة يعني هي غير مكتملة، وعشت 10 سنين بدون حركة لأني ما معي هوية.
Those 10 years that he stayed in Ramallah without leaving anywhere, how did he survive?
كيف
What kept
بتحس
him going?
يعني كيف قدرت انك تتحمل او انك تعيش هاي العشر؟ شو الاشياء اللي ساعدتك انك تكون
اللي ساعدتني بالدرجة الأولى وفاء، وجود وفاء معي يعني، والأصدقاء والصديقات اللي حوالي كمان هم كانوا سبب يعني سبب صمودي. يعني أكثر شيء ساعدني وجود الكلاب عندي في البيت، لأنه كانوا رفاق يوميين إلي، والشجر حوالين البيت كله كان سبب يعني إني أتحمل كل هاي المعاناة.
Who does he hope to inspire with his art? Is it like Palestinians, or is it also the people in like the U.S. and Europe who don't know what's happening here?
مش للفلسطينيين، أنا بحب أوجه فني أو بحب اللي بيشوف فني كل الناس، يعني لوحاتي موجودة في كثير من دول العالم.
يعني once he told me like يعني I would love like to see in every like house like a paint, especially like when you are in a camp. It's or like also in the villages, normal like villages, they will not like go like interest like to buy an art and to pay this money. So you will see the most of the houses like empty and there is no art inside because they mainly focus like in the main things to have it at their homes. So for him when he was painting, he's like at least to have a kind of art in every house.
أنا بشوف يعني وضع أمريكا كتير مخيف وصعب، وفي ناس مظلومين ومسحوقين، هدول بحسهم بيشبهوني، يعني في قواسم مشتركة بينهم وبينهم لأنهم تحت عجلة الرأسمالية المتوحشة يعني. وكنت عم بشتغل على مشروع عن يعني مقاربة بصرية بين القضية الفلسطينية وبين قضية الهنود الحمر.
What does he want to say to people who are in America that just
شو بتقول لهم؟
don't
معطيهم
know a
رسالة
lot about what's happening here?
اللي بيعرفوش شيء عن هان.
الشعب الأمريكي جزء كبير منه ما بيعرف عن قضايا العالم، عايش في عزلة. سبب هاي العزلة نظامه السياسي، أحزابه اللي هي بتحمل نفس الفكرة اللي بتتزعمه أمريكا، لازم يفكروا هم فيه ويفكروا فينا كمان إنه إحنا ضحايا لهذا النظام اللي هم بيدفعوا له كمان ضريبة لحتى يقتلنا. وبتمنى إنه يعني ينتبهوا لهاي الأحداث وينتبهوا لنفسهم وينتبهوا إنه في إشي يعني عم بيصير في الكون راح يأذيهم في يوم ما نتيجة سلوك نظامهم السياسي.